doing a quick video this week. It's a bonus video, and this is going to be all of your necessary products and tools for vintage styling. A lot of people have requested this. I did do a abbreviated version of this on TikTok, but if you are just curious about a little bit more detail on each of the items, then that's what this video is for. What we basically are going to be doing is talking about products that we need for vintage styling. This is going to vary based on your hair type, but still the basic product is something that you will need. And then secondly, we will be talking about tools and possibly accessories that you may want for vintage styling. So hopefully this is going to be helpful to those of you who have requested it. And coupled with the roller series that we just completed, I feel like a video like this is a really great starter for our channel because it's going to help people to kind of get everything prepared and together and a general idea of what they want before they actually go into the specific styles and looks that we'll be creating later on. So the first thing that I like to do whenever I am considering doing a vintage style is I always make sure I use a clarifying shampoo, and I do not use conditioner. The reason for that is because I have very, very hard water here at my house because we are on spring water. And because of that, if I use conditioner, my hair is extremely weighed down. I use a clarifying shampoo. I really love the Anti-Residue shampoo from Neutragena. And then there's also a great hard water shampoo from the Ion line that is through Sally Beauty. They also make a really nice, it's called Purifying Solutions. It's specifically for hard water. And then there's also the Swimmer's Leave-In Conditioner by Ion that is in the same kind of line, all the same packaging. And I do use this occasionally in times whenever the air is generally drier and there's not as much humidity in the air. I do use this to kind of detangle my hair, but I don't use an actual cream conditioner in any way, shape, or form. Of course, if your hair is coarse or if you live in a less humid environment, or if you are not on hard water, you will more than likely need to use a conditioner as well. But because of the texture of my hair, it doesn't respond well to a lot of weighed down products or conditioner. The next thing that I will use is a volumizing product. This is called Thicken Up. It's by Paul Mitchell. Any volumizing product is great, but the idea behind this being that my hair being very fine and thin, I just find that I need something, a little bit of extra boost at the roots in order to get some volume later on in my style. So I use this, and this is the only thing I use on my hair while it's wet. The exception to that is if I am out of my normal spray setting lotion, I will use the Motions Foaming Wrap Lotion, which is a sort of mousse textured setting lotion. And if I am out of my Lottabody or my Miss Curlette setting potion, I do also prep my hair with this while it is still wet. And then I don't use anything except water to re-moisten it before I do my wet set. So as most of you know, if you've watched my roller series, you know that I re-moisten my hair. I do not start with it dry or start with it wet. I get my hair clean and then I dry it. And then I re-moisten it before I actually roll it. I don't roll it while it's still wet or out of the shower. Not only do I find that it causes more breakage, but it also just doesn't have the same results. And it tends to be a lot harder to make it dry. So shampoo and conditioner, a little bit of the Thicken Up on the roots of my hair, and then I will let my hair dry and then maybe use a setting lotion to prep it for a wet set. And the setting lotion that most of you know that I've been using lately has been the Miss Curlette Hair Setting Potion. It's kind of difficult to come by. I got this on Lauren Reynolds' website, vintagehairstyling.com. But if you cannot find that, then of course you can still use something similar to the Motions Foaming Wrap Lotion or some other setting solution or setting lotion of your choice. It's just whatever works best for your hair, and you may find that you need to try a few before you come up with one that really, really works. As far as products go, the only other products that I use regularly are plain Cornstarch Baby Powder. I use this instead of a dry shampoo. Dry shampoo tends to really, really weigh my hair down or leave it in a residue, and cornstarch just does a great job without ever having to worry about that. So I've just stuck with this for years and years. This is one of the big bulk ones from Walmart, and it works great. And then I also use a brushable hairspray. The brushable hairsprays that I'm using right now are two L'Oreal products. This is Elnett. It is a drugstore version of a brushable hairspray. Has sort of a cloying scent. If you're someone who is not crazy about scented hairsprays, even this unscented version has a little bit of a scent, kind of crazy. But also I've been using the Kerastase Lac Noir, Lac Noir. This is another brushable extra hold hairspray. And this one works really well, but I don't like it quite as well as the Kenra Volume 25 spray. So that is still my very, very favorite brushable hairspray if you want to take note of that. And then as far as products go, the only other thing that I may use on occasion is a shine product like a thermal shine spray. This one by Vintage Glam was wonderful. It's no longer made, but this is another great alternative to shine. If you find that your hair is a little bit more coarse and doesn't look shiny easily, then this is a great option for you. Something similar to this. I know that there are other products that are similar to this one, but this one smelled so good, and I still have a tiny bit left. But also for not only for shine, but also control. If your hair is frizzy or if your hair is really staticky, you can coat your hands with a little pomade. The pomade that I'm currently using is the Sauvecita Pomade, and I used to not like it. Now I love it. So it's great. Just use it very sparingly if you have thin, fine hair. If you have coarse hair, you can be a little bit more free with it. So that's all the products that I use. And then we go on to tools. And I'm gonna start with my brushes. I usually use 2 brushes when I am styling my hair. I use my Denman styling brush, which is this one here. It has like a nylon bed that helps with frizz and detangling. It's also really great for breaking up a set. I keep forgetting where my camera is. It's over here. And also I use the Curl Shaper brush. There are other similar options for this type of a brush, but it's basically a brush with very short nylon bristles, and it works really, really well for shaping out a wet set after you've already broken up the curls. So this is one that I use every single time that I style. I created this style with it, and I think it's just a beautiful brush. It's great, and it's very inexpensive. I believe it's $8.95 at Lauren Reynolds' website. I also have a teasing comb. I also have a teasing comb or a rat tail comb. This is one that can be used for separating and for teasing. I don't tease a lot, as most of you know. I am not one of the vintage stylists that does a lot of teasing, just because I find that my hair being so fine, it's kind of hard to make my set look nice and smooth whenever I tease. So I don't tend to tease very often. I also find that my hair maintains its health a little more readily. So that's why I'm not a big tease person. However, teasing does have its place, and you will see me do it occasionally. I just don't do it on an everyday regular styling basis. And this is the comb that I use for teasing. It's just a Conair rat tail comb. I also use the tip of it for separating. The next thing that I'm going to show you in terms of tools that we might want to use are rollers. Of course, after viewing our roller series, you will know which roller sets are going to work best for you and are going to be the best for you. So make sure that you invest in some rollers. Go through the roller series if you haven't yet, kind of get an idea of some of those different rollers and what they're good for, and then invest in some rollers. And you'll need enough for your whole head. So if you've got very thick hair and it comes in like a set of 20, probably go ahead and get 40. Like for these, the ones that we use today, these come in a set of 8, and I achieved this style using 16. So it's actually 15. So it's important to to purchase rollers that are going to be suitable for you and for your particular needs and your hair type. If you are somebody who does not want to achieve curls using rollers, if you want to go more traditional and do pin curls, you will need pin curl clips. That is these right here. Some people use bobby pins. If bobby pins work well for you, then just continue to do that. But these are double pronged clips. You can also buy single pronged clips, and they are great as well. Also for styling and sectioning, you may find that it's handy to have quite a few of these longer pronged styling clips. They're really great for, you can use them to shape out a wave. A lot of people use them here on YouTube, and I find them really, really handy for specific types of styles. For bobby pins, my very favorite brand of bobby pin is the Medigrip premium bob pins that are at Sally Beauty. They are wonderful. They hold my hair like nothing else, and they're much sturdier and less bendy than some of the others. The cheaper ones like Goodies that are at Walmart, they tend to just just be more like a standard wire, and they're very, very easy to change the shape of them. So I like these because they maintain their shape and they hold my hair really well. I use black. I don't use the ones that are the color of my hair because they're usually too shiny and I find them more difficult to hide. So even when my hair was relatively light, when I had it sort of dark blonde, I still liked the black bobby pins, but that is entirely subjective. You may also find it handy to get yourself some bun forms. These can be cut and formed into all different shapes to use as filler in your hair. Get them in the same shade as your hair. Also, when styling, you will find that clear elastics, the little small clear elastics, are really helpful for specific updos and styles. And then also, I would definitely invest in grip tooth styling combs. These are combs that actually the teeth touch. These cannot be found at local drugstores typically, but you can find them at several online websites. I think Bell Blossom still carries them. I know that Lauren Reynolds carries them at vintagehairstyling.com. So they are an absolute must-have when it comes to vintage styling, especially for just general 1940s looks where you're going to pile your hair on top of your head, like our Lucy style that we did recently, or just put the sides back. There's not much better than grip tooth combs. And I love the fact that they come in several different sizes. So you can get them in these little short ones to pull up just small sections, or you can get them in larger sizes, and I think even larger than this. Yes, even larger. So all different sizes of grip tooth side combs. And other than the clear elastics and the bun forms and the grip tooth side combs, I really don't use a whole lot of different tools. I use, or a lot of different accessories. I do use hair flowers. I've got 2 boards of hair flowers up here on my wall, all different ones. They're mostly from Bell Blossoms, but there are a lot of great companies out there that do vintage hair flowers. So just whatever you feel like you would get the most use out of. Also snoods, things like that. You can find all of those, nylon scarves, anything you might want for accessories when it comes to vintage styling, like bandanas. You will find those on different websites as well, such as Lauren Reynolds vintagehair.com. And I'm going to actually put her link to her website below, as well as to Bell Blossoms. But there are lots of websites that sell those things. So by all means, if you've got one that you want to support, then feel free to do so. But that is really the basics of what I use. If I think of anything else that I'd like to add to this video, then I will make a supplementary video for vintage styling tools and products. But I just wanted y'all to know how simple I keep it, because I don't feel like you need to invest a whole lot of money into specific items in order to achieve vintage styles. It can be done with relatively few things to start. As always, remember to like the video, to subscribe, to comment below. That really helps with the algorithm and keeping my videos up, as well as content out there, continued content coming. And if you have any requests, all of my socials are down below and you can check those out whenever you have a moment. Hopefully this helped those of you who asked for it, and you all have a good day. We'll see you next week.